Welcome back with another video. This is gonna be my last video towards the builds this year of how I plan to make my build. And I do plan to play a little bit of show my record and stats for the end of 2K21, 2K20 tomorrow, today, depending on how I feel. Because after I edit this video, I am gonna post and be done with this video. But this is personally how I plan to make my build. Most people could say different on this build, but this is the best build I can find personally for the build my dream build. And this is a 99 build. This is not no build that you can start off rip. You can't start off rip with it, but it's not gonna be a solid build till you get to 99. So let me explain why here. Basically we're gonna max some stats out real quick, some little stats. I do plan to use this build a lot towards the end of this year, and I'll show why. But this is basically the stats I'm gonna go with for this year, and I'm only doing this because this is personally my build that I'm gonna work with. And a lot of people might say different on this build, but personally I feel like this is the most dominant build I could find. And the reason for that being said, this is the reason why I always go I have at least 20, maybe some more, but I'm always gonna go with this kind of stat lineup this year, and I'm only gonna stick to this because this is pretty much how I want my build to be this year, and I'm gonna show you why. You can always drop some playmaking, bring it up, bring this up. We get the 8 defensives, and I always want to try to keep at least 8 defensives. We can go up on the playmaking and get 22, or we could go up on this and get an extra badge and have 22. That's recommended for a lot of people right now this year, is this. And you can always drop this into a whole different category, or you can drop it back up on that upper category. You can't always do this and drop this back up and have this glowing, so you have all around stats. I always go slight or compact. Either one works, but compact just needs a lot more muscle on your character, at least it looks like, in my opinion. But looks doesn't really matter at the end of the year. 6'3", no lower, no higher, because a lot of people are going 6'3", 6'5", 6'4" this year for point guards, like always. And the reason I always minimize this, and the reason why you're gonna see why I go up on defense, is because I want to have at least at 76 defense. And this build be able to block people at paint, shoot contested threes. It does it all, but also it's able to drive. Now, for that being said, this is pretty much the takeovers I would recommend people to go. Is just these two right here. But the playmaking does seem a little bit broken this year, and the shot creator takeover doesn't seem like it's gonna be useful, because when you fade away this year, it does put you in a standing animation. Usually it tends to do that here and there. So I recommend, if you really want to go the sharp or the playmaking. Playmaking is kind of cool just because they can't really tell what you solidly are. So this is personally what I'm going this year with, and it's a 3-point playmaker. This is pretty much the build. I do plan to go with this build, and I plan to go with another build that I will literally post in a later video. And then I'm gonna post my other build for my big men's, or any kind of person that wants to play actual small forward. Y'all can message me on my PSN, which y'all see in most of my videos. Message me on those videos, and I'll get to y'all and tell y'all what the best build personally for me will be. Now I'm gonna show you the badges, and we could literally, y'all can literally see why I do this. As we always go 99 because there's no sense of doing none of that. I don't know why they even added that. The one badge you always want to put on is contact, because you're actually able to not get contacts, but you're able to actually go down paint and dunk. But you get 21 shooting badges. Range extenders, because there's no quick draw, you can kind of go down shooting badges. You go down to 17 shooting badges and get more defense and more finishing. That's always up to y'all. Hazo Hunter, you always want to go Green Machine on Silver because I don't think Green Machine's gonna be that OP this year. Due to the last couple of years, they never really kind of changed it up anytime. But you can always go down on this and go down to Gold. I recommend Gold, and you can always go Silver, Silver. Flex Release is a good badge to keep this year, just because I feel like the jump shots this year are not solid. But Clutch Shooter, keep that there, and you can always go this, or you can go this. It just all depends on you. They might end up hyping that badge up a lot more. Only reason I said Volume Shooter, because Volume Shooter does boost your shot percentage over throughout the game, which is basically, if I put that on, and you put this on Hoff, this up, this up, this on Silver, tie handles on Hoff, and to break ankles this year, I think you're gonna have this. I don't really know solidly, but that's what my badge lineup is gonna look like. And most likely this year we're gonna see a lot of people use different badges and see how things go later on. But this is pretty much what I'm gonna drop and go with this year. Is this, or you could go this and always go this. This works also. But plenty of wise, I always drop this and I drop that, and I always go with what I feel like personally. What I feel like I need always in a build, and this is what I usually need. Um, this is the build though. Jump shots this year, there's not many jump shot choices, which I recommend Steph Curry if you could have it. Klay Thompson's pretty solid. Chris Paul, John Wall jump shots pretty always solid last year. D Wade's. Paul George definitely is a jumper I recommend, and just different stuff because we don't see Paul George. I don't really see Paul George on here, but right here, Paul George, yeah. But that's what we're gonna do this year, and this is pretty much the build. And I'll get back to you later in the video, another video later. This video out the way. So have a good day, everybody.